Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu einer neuen Folge Let's Play NBA 2K18. Die Niederlage im letzten Spiel gegen die Golden State Warriors war bitter, hält uns aber nicht auf, und wie es im nächsten Spiel weitergeht, das seht ihr jetzt. Wir hören uns in der Halbzeit. Viel Spaß!
Enjoyed our season premiere of 2K TV, and make sure that you tune back in next week because we have our 2K18 legend cover athlete Shaq.
I'm on the cover? Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow, thanks.
Wait, did I
2K Sports, thank you, appreciate it.
And to close out this week's episode, let's take a look at what you guys can expect for the rest of the season.
Back.
Yes, you're back.
3 years in a row.
Every summer, I always know that I'm going to go do some 2K stuff, and I love doing this game.
You can dance? So now the jam. Yeah, that's what I want. Here we go.
I don't really go around saying, hey, I'm a legend. I don't know. But to answer your question, yes, I'm a legend.
Winning the dunk contest was a big, accomplishment for me. I was very excited, and it's taken me and just made me progress to a better player, better person, and I get to do things like this. It's all about fishing, nothing.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm joined by the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the Jet, Kenny Smith. And it is Clipper basketball tonight as the Los Angeles Clippers go up against the Dallas Mavericks. Well, it was the Mavericks winning their last game against the Jazz. A great win for them, and they rose to the occasion and pulled off the upset, riding high right now. And in this next one, two intelligent, grizzled rosters going toe-to-toe. Shaq,
Not
with
grizzly
sound effects
rosters.
like that, and two veteran
Grizzled.
teams like this that know the lay of the land. What do you expect to see tonight?
Well, patience, working for the shots that you really want. Two teams that tend to value each possession. That's a Grizzly sound, Ernie.
It's
A
grizzled.
grizzly
not-
sound.
You said Grizzly.
He said grizzled.
Oh,
Because of a
grizzled.
couple of grizzled rosters.
Okay, grizzled cheese sandwich. Okay, I got
Grizzled cheese, yeah.
it. Got it. Sorry
exactly.
about that.
Okay.
For grizzle.
But you got to have good fundamentals, Ernie. That's really big. And experience in crunch time. Guys who've been in a position before, they relax. They take great shots. They don't get nervous. That's what I always like.
Yeah, me too. Hey, I got a quick joke for you guys.
Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah. You know why Snoop carries an umbrella?
Why?
For drizzle. Here's Kevin Harlan.
For drizzle.
Hey, I am telling y'all, man, this boy is gonna be a star, man. He made this song. It's so hot. Hey, DJ, man, hurry up. Come here. You gotta hear this song, Lil Jug drop.
Oh,
It's
yeah?
so fire. Do it, Jug. Do it.
All right, I
Do it.
got you. I'm gonna hit you with just the chorus, okay?
Ooh, the chorus.
Okay. You drop me the beat?
Yeah,
I got you. Young DJ, call me rookie of the year. Do a spin move, might just end your whole career. I'm with Shammy, he's a legend of the game.
A legend.
Love me, baby, calling out my name.
Hey.
What is going on up in here? Brandon, get you and your boss out of here right now.
Sorry, coach.
All right, we got a game to prepare for. I want to see everybody focused here, okay? We have a game in a few.
Right.
I need to see people watching film, you know?
Film.
Mentally preparing themselves.
Okay.
Get out there and shoot around if you
Let's
have
go.
it
Shoot
already.
around. Yes,
got
coach.
it.
Got
Let's
you, coach.
Yeah,
We're gonna be out there.
because see, that's what I like to hear, Shammy. Because I'm the coach and I make all the rules.
You got me in trouble, that's what you did.
On 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. A contest in the West. We'll see if the Los Angeles Clippers can deliver the goods here at home. And this is the first time they've matched up with the Mavericks this year. The previous season series split right down the middle. These teams were quite evenly matched.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
Guys, they split the season series, and you know, there's always randomness to this game, the unpredictability of it. You win some, you lose some, but they certainly want to impose their talent level tonight.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court for the Mavericks. At the 2 and the 3, it's Curry and Matthews. Dirk is the 4, with Noel manning the middle. And it's Smith in at the point. First one falls for him. Well, Clark, as we were just talking about, it's an early part of the season, and teams are still adjusting to the players they've got on these rosters. And if you're a coach, how worried are you about wins and losses at this point of the season?
Well, you're always conscious of wins and losses. That's what you're judged on. But you also have to be balanced in your approach, understanding it's a long season and that you're going to be fomenting throughout the season as a team coming together, and that takes time. You just can't rush it. So you can't major in the minors. You got to keep your eye on the big picture and keep working towards who and what you think your team can become.
Now here's Curry. Jordan with the rebound. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Griffin. That one's not going to go. Good D by Matthews. So for Dallas, their last game, a win against the Jazz in Salt Lake City.
I tell you what, how efficient they were at scoring the basketball, especially for an away game, that was impressive.
Well, I think the key was the determination and grit and toughness they played with. You got to be focused to do that, and they were.
Now Williams, following the three-point attempt by Wesley Matthews. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Boy, the timing of Griffin really superb in these situations. He has a great sense for when to leave the floor on these alley-oop jams.
In the corner, Smith with it. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Smith's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And guys, this is what you like to see early on, gaining a little confidence from range.
Yeah, and you know it, Greg. Oftentimes, you get that first one to drop and your confidence rises like yeast. It's good to get into a rhythm at the start of the game, no doubt.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
Now here's Curry, coming off a stellar performance against Utah. Noel sets a screen for Smith. Shot clock at 6.
And Dennis Smith Jr., the 9th overall pick in this year's draft, but voted by his fellow rookies as the favorite to win Rookie of the Year. The Mavericks giving him every opportunity as their point guard of the future.
He's off on the first.
Got to appreciate Dennis Smith now. I mean, this guy is terrific at scoring from everywhere. Very athletic and explosive.
And he's good on the second. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Rick Carlisle.
Well, Kevin, they have a specific approach to tonight's game. He told me they have to get the ball into the paint as much as possible and take advantage of what they believe is a big inch for them inside. We'll see if they're right about that tonight. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks.
And Dennis Smith, guys, get this, measured a 48-inch vertical, which would tie him for the best in NBA history. He's a perfect fit for the Mavericks, who were in desperate need of some star power and athleticism.
Good. Smith's got 6.
I like how Smith goes right at the defense. Actually, I love his attack mentality. He's not shy about shooting it inside.
Now, here is Gallinari. In the loss to the Warriors the other night, definitely was not himself. Jordan dishes to Gallinari. Jordan with the screen on Matthews. Here's Gallinari. He kicks it to Beverly. He feeds it to Griffin. Another shot. Gallinari outside. Williams passes to Jordan. Lobs it up for Jordan, and the dunk by Jordan.
And how about the vertical of Jordan, easily rising up for the timely alley-oop slam.
Noel, a screen on Williams. Curry is inside. He's against Williams. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Curry's got his first 2 points. The Clippers in the lead. Outside Williams. Jordan the screen. Williams kicks to Griffin. Over Noel. Griffin can't get it to go in.
Not surprising he missed that one, though, Kevin. I mean, the defense was very aggressive on him there.
From 11 feet away. Matthews, no good. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Dallas also making some changes. Jeff Withy, he's checked in for Nowitzki. Yogi Ferrell comes in for Curry. And Barea subbed in for Smith. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Barea dishes to Noel. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And Nerlens Noel out of Kentucky, slender and mobile and long. And Greg, he can cover ground in a hurry.
Boy, and you can see it in his rate of steals to go along with the blocks. That quickness is a huge asset in today's game. It's all about versatility, both offensively and defensively.
No good on that one.
You know, one of the things I really enjoy is watching guys work on their game, and Noel has done that. Not only in becoming a lockdown post defender, but a dependable scorer, too.
And he sinks the second.
Well, you know, one thing you can be certain of with the Mavs, guys, is they're going to make the most of what they have. I think Rick Carlisle, who actually spent some time as the head coach of the Pistons and the Pacers, is one of the very best in pro sports. He's a master at putting his players in the optimal position for their success.
The tray. Decker can't hit. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Berea kicks to Withy. Dallas moving it around. Pass to Noel. Shot clock at 5. Noel sets a screen for Berea. Over Reed. Berea, no good.
Boy, the defense had gone to sleep, so you got to knock that one down.
Passes it to Teodosic. They set the pick. Here's Rivers. From 16 feet away, he cans it. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Clippers lead by 3. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And Blake Griffin grew up playing the game alongside his older brother. His dad was his coach, and he credits his brother for inspiring him to work at his craft.
You know, watching him kind of go through the process of he started to get, recruited by college coaches, and then he, really took his game and became serious about it. And I watched his work ethic, and I watched how he, put the time in, the things he did, and that's kind of where I developed mine.
Well, talking about taking the right course, we know that the older brother of Blake Griffin, 3 years older, he played, as did Blake, for their dad Tommy in high school, and they were terrific high school players and 4-time state champions.
I mean, it always helps to have a big brother who's kind of been there and done that and can share those experiences with you. It doesn't hurt to have a dad also who's a pro player either, and also a college coach.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
Yeah, nice beginning so far. This is how you play out of the gate.
Teodosic out there with Rivers. Then it's Decker, and it's Reed, and it's Harrell in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Often modern NBA players will get criticized for not being sound enough with their fundamentals. Clark, do you feel that's a fair statement?
I really don't. I think it's a bit of an overreach. We all have revisionist history. Things were always better in our past than they are currently. I mean, the stories get better as we get older is one of the ways I've heard it framed. I think the players are more athletic, and because they played growing up in more structured environments, I think sometimes they don't get the same nuances and feel for the game that you would get from just playing organically. But I still think fundamentally the players are quite good, and I do think that's a bit of a reach as a sweeping statement that they're not as sound fundamentally today as they were in the past.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Rick Carlisle is one of the most respected head coaches in the league, especially for his X's and O's. But Bucks coach Jason Kidd, who played for Carlisle, praised his disposition. He's never up and never down, Kidd said. There's no panic in him. He gives you that sense of security to go out there and make a play. Kevin?
Gotta love Coach Carlisle, D.A., an even-keel guy who places a lot of trust in his players. Berea, the pass to Noel. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot.
Rivers dishes to Reed. The 8-footer. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Farrell. Dishes to Berea. There's a screen by Noel. Got a hand on it, and they're able to recover. Withy kicks to Berea. Another miss by Berea.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
Here's Farrell. There's a good screen. They need this. Offensive rebound. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
The Mavericks have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Noel. Seth Curry comes in for Wesley Matthews. Devin Harris is checked in for Yogi Ferrell. And Smith subbed in for J.J. Barea. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Jordan. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Jordan's got his second bucket of the game to go.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
Smith outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Boy, and that electrifying speed of Smith puts the defense on its heels, forcing them to hit him when he's penetrating inside.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. Free throw drop for Smith.
And when you look at Dennis Smith Jr., you aren't blown away by the physicality at first, but he's incredibly gifted for a player his size. Great speed and quickness to blow by defenders.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And with Dennis Smith, it isn't just burst of speed, it's his play in the open floor and Greg running end to end, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, he also just jumps and finishes at the rim like a shooting guard. He's only probably 6'2", 6'3", but he gets up in the air like a wing player. He's a lot like Derrick Rose was when he burst on the scene.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
And, you know, Wells has some leadership qualities to him that are appealing. I mean, he's a guy that the younger players don't have any trouble looking up to.
And Wells drops them both.
Textbook shooting from the stripe. Great form, soft release, mark it up.
Mavericks trail by 7. Now Smith. 17 points for him last game against Utah.
Yeah, excellent work on the boards that night. Always in attack mode, and that allowed him to get plenty of rebounds.
And that one drops.
You know, Nowitzki, dangerous from mid-range. I mean, with his size, quick trigger release, high release point, I mean, he's almost impossible to guard.
Jordan the screen. Griffin kicks to Gallinari. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Jordan's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Harris outside. Nowitzki a screen. There's the screen. 5 to shoot. Harris kicks to Nowitzki. Here's Withy. And release just in time, but it's off the mark.
And he's just so mobile for his size. That's a big part of the value Jordan has at the defensive end. When he's on you, he's too hard to shake, and he had an impact on that shot for sure.
And so it's Los Angeles, heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective.
Bevor wir zu David Aldridge an die Seitenlinie schalten, noch kurz die Halbzeitanalyse. Und zu meiner Spielzeit kann ich sagen, bin ich relativ zufrieden mit. 2 Assists ist gut. War ja nicht wirklich lang meine Einsatzzeit, leider Gottes. Generell würde ich sagen, wir haben die Mavericks ganz gut im Griff, auch wenn die Führung noch nicht ganz so hoch ist. Aber ich bin da sehr optimistisch für die zweite Halbzeit. Auf die freue ich mich jetzt. Aber vorher freue ich mich noch auf David Aldridge an der Sideline.
Who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. New Orleans, you guys had a tough time stopping their offense in the first half. What do you have to do differently?
You know, we got to protect the paint. They're getting way too many easy baskets. You know, that's us communication on front and the post, and, you know, just communicating a lot more.
We'll see if those changes stick. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. And head coach Rick Carlisle approaching a decade with the Dallas Mavericks, and he doesn't seem to be going anywhere.
Yeah, and you know that's really remarkable in a profession marked by turnover. He's pretty much anchored in there. The Mavs organization smart enough to recognize they've got one of the best in the business in the NBA, but I would even say one of the best coaches in all of pro sports.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Dirk is the 4, with Noel manning the middle. Smith Jr. and Kerr paired at the 1 and the 2. And it's Matthews in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Beverly, the kick out to Williams. Jordan with the screen on Noel. Williams. Mavericks with the rebound. Nowitzki's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Matthews passes to Smith. Now the feed to Curry. Screen by Smith. Curry dishes to Noel. Nowitzki against Griffin. Count that bucket. Nowitzki's got the first basket of the second half. That one for Dallas.
He's just able to shoot over people at a high rate.
And you were a good defender, Greg, so you tell me, how do you guard that? I mean, the height, the soft release, not a lot you can do against that combination.
Jordan sets the pick for Gallinari. Lets a floater go, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel. Clark, a lot of former players at a specific instance when they knew they were special, the way they played the game of basketball. Did you ever have a moment like that where you realized that you could make it as a player?
Yeah, there was a time when that became more realistic to me, Kevin. And I grew up in Cleveland, and during the summers, a lot of the Cleveland Cavaliers would stay in the area and play pickup basketball to stay in shape. And I got a chance to bump heads with a lot of those guys, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow, Austin Carr, Bingo Smith, Mike Mitchell. And I was only 15, 16 years old. And while those guys were going at half speed, it gave me the encouragement that I might be able to get to where they were if I continued to work hard and stay healthy. So at 15 or 16, during one of those summers, I began to realize that I might have a chance to realize the dream of being an NBA.
Now here's Matthews. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Nowitzki outside. Nice jump shot from the top of the key.
And I always like seeing Nowitzki get the shot from here. I mean, his jumper, as sweet as it gets.
And Beverly kicks to Williams. Jordan the screen. And then Griffin with the dunk.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
And stolen by Williams. Goes up, and the slam by Williams.
Man, love the anticipation of Williams there. The quick hands jump-started the fast break with that pilfer.
Here's Farrell, defended by Beverly. Farrell passes to Matthews. A three-pointer, no good.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their league. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
And that one's good. Beverly. And it's an 11-point Clipper lead.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Matt Beverly, the kind of defender who will give opposing point guards nightmares. I mean, very physical Clark, very persistent. He can just hound someone all night and not give them any room to move.
And Kevin, you hit on it. The key to his defensive prowess is his quickness, his strength, and his tenacity. He gets up into you and dares you to try to get around him. He is the aggressor when he's on the ball defending. And because of that, he's one of the more feared on-ball defenders in the league at the point guard spot.
That free throw, no good.
Boy, he's an outstanding free throw percentage shooter. I mean, for his career, one of the best is Williams.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Willie Reed, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Harrell comes in for Blake Griffin. Wells, he's checked in for Gallinari. And it's Rivers in for Patrick Beverly. And then for Dallas, Jeff Withy, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Harris comes in for Wesley Matthews. And Barea subbed in for Seth Curry. Clark, the current era is so connected to fans through social media. Just how much has that changed the NBA, do you think?
Well, I don't think it's just changed the NBA. It's changed our society and culture at large, and it's here to stay. I just like to see people productively and fruitfully use social media, and I would like to see less of the vitriol and hatred that is afforded for people to hide behind with their negative comments.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And that monster lead continues to grow. They are just piling it on now.
Yeah, it looks too easy for them. Almost looks too easy for them, I should say, Greg. I mean, their chemistry really, really at a high level.
And here is Harris after the three-pointer from Shammy Wells. 6 to shoot. Harris with it. Now guarded by Harrell. Farrell for 3. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Farrell's got 6.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
Williams for 3, and another 3 for the Clippers.
Man, I tell you what, Kevin, I don't know if anybody has a more relaxed shooting motion. Williams very efficient and easy with that stroke.
Pass to Farrell. 23 seconds left to play in the third. Barea against Rivers. Can't hit from 12. And here's Barea. He dishes it to Nowitzki. This one for 3. That shot missing. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Los Angeles on top as they end the third quarter on a 15-5 run. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
You got to have a presence in the lane. Remember, no layups, no layups, no layups.
Rick Carlisle making rim protection a key priority. You heard right there. We'll see if they can really shut down the paint.
And to achieve what the coach wants, it's going to take a lot of communication defensively. Guys helping one another on the floor.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. They've got Harrell. Wells is out there with Griffin. And it's Rivers, and it's Teodosic in at the 1 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Clippers.
I thought we might see the defense adjust at halftime to slow the break, but that has not been the case.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
And that one misses. And the NBA has had coaches who are as legendary as any player. With that in mind, Clark, who is your pick as the greatest coach of all time?
Man, I can't even begin to have an answer for that one. There's some guys that jump out, though, when you think about that list, who would be on it. Greg Popovich for sure. Phil Jackson would have to be included on that list. Fred Auerbach. And Chuck Daly for the way he was able to manage his players. Pat Riley, you'd have to consider him as part of being on somebody worthy of that list as well. And I'll even go back a little farther and throw Lenny Wilkins in the mix. I thought he was really good with a number of different teams that he coached.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Blake Griffin. At the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
And Blake Griffin is just an incredible athlete, explosive and great balance and mobility, powerful. A big guy who can flat out throw it down, and he also can pass it too.
Matthews, he's checked in for J.J. Barea. Good on both. Smith with it. Kicks it to Withy. Smith inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, you can't give Smith a clear lane to the hole, Kevin. I mean, when he sees it, he gets right into the defense and takes advantage of his speed.
Now here's Rivers. Here's Griffin. And the shot falls short this time.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Harris outside. They set the screen. Smith kicks to Harris. Shot clock at 6. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Puts it up from 12. The Clippers grab the miss. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game, and that'll be the 4th of this 5-game homestand. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Gallinari, he's checked in for Wells. Dallas also making some changes. Noel comes in for Jeff Withy. And Curry subbed in for Harris. Mavericks trail by 15. Smith outside, feeds to Matthews. Screen by Smith. Matthews against Gallinari. Matthews dishes to Nowitzki. Griffin with the steal. Here's Teodosic. The pass to Rivers. Lobs it up for Jordan, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rivers.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Los Angeles. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Smith kicks to Curry. Screen by Smith. Nowitzki, the pass to Curry. Nowitzki with the screen on Rivers. Curry dishes to Noel. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down, hard, and simple. Well, that was Dirk Nowitzki getting in the way of the defense right there. Well done.
Clippers leading by 15. And Beverly kicks to Rivers. Outside Griffin. Now the dish to Gallinari. Picked by Griffin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires top of the key. Dirk Nowitzki with the rebound. Nowitzki's got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside Matthews. Shot from 12. And it's blocked by Jordan.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Los Angeles.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The stats tell us, Greg, that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for DeAndre Jordan.
Well, I love the force that he showed on defense, using all of his length to deny shots. He was their anchor tonight.
And the second free throw, good.
You know, Nerlens Noel made it pretty clear he was not happy with the logjam at the center position in Philly. Last season's trade cleared a path for him to show what he can do.
Now, here's Wells. Decker passes to DJ. He kicks it to Reed. He feeds it to Wells. And the Clippers miss again. And Noel has the mobility to defend 4s or 5s. The Sixers had tried him some at the power forward. But,
well,
you know, Clark, it really wasn't a fit.
No, it really was. I mean, he's a shot blocker and finisher first. I mean, you want him protecting the rim. It's clear this guy is a center.
Picked by Harrell and stolen by Noel. Shot and game clock separated by 5. For 3, Harris tips it up, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in as well.
To end the drought. And the Clippers miss again. Now here's Curry. So the Clippers winning this one easily. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play, you never felt like there were any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Olney, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Also ich finde, das Spiel ist wirklich ganz gut gelaufen eigentlich. Ich habe ganz gut gespielt. Die Mannschaft hat gut gespielt. Wir haben verdient gewonnen.
And this is why Dr. Naismith invented the game of basketball. Oh, yeah. Wait, what?
Weren't they just throwing balls in peach baskets then?
I love me some peaches. So sweet. They're in season, too. You ain't even got to peel. Good game, y'all.
Yeah, good game, boo-boo.
You a weird dude, boo-boo. Real weird.
Die 2 Assists waren super. Der Turnover, da bin ich ein bisschen viel Risiko gegangen, aber der war jetzt kein Beinbruch. Also der hätte auch genauso gut ankommen können, der Ball. Und dann wäre das ein richtig guter Assist geworden. Also von daher brauche ich mir nichts vorwerfen, war ein gutes Spiel. Und wenn das Video euch gefallen hat, dann lasst einen Daumen hoch da. Ihr dürft auch sehr gerne kommentieren. Und wenn ihr uns noch nicht abonniert habt, dann abonniert uns doch einfach. Vergesst aber nicht die kleine Glocke neben dem Abonnieren-Button zu klicken, denn dann verpasst ihr nichts mehr bei uns im Kanal. Wenn ihr mal in die Videobeschreibung schaut, findet ihr dort zum einen die Playlist zu NBA 2K17. Da könnt ihr mal vergleichen, was sich getan hat vom letzten zu diesem Jahr. Und zum anderen findet ihr dort auch einen Link zu unserem Partner Gameladen und dort bekommt ihr das Spiel extrem günstig, deutlich günstiger als im Laden. Solltet ihr vielleicht auch mal reinschauen, wenn euch das Spiel interessiert. Im Abspann könnt ihr jetzt auf die linke Seite des Bildschirms klicken für Tipps aus dem Kanal. Auf die rechte Seite könnt ihr klicken, um nochmal alle Folgen von Let's Play NBA 2K18 zu sehen. Und in der Mitte, da könnt ihr uns abonnieren. Damit sage ich Tschüss und macht's gut. Bis morgen.